to Charlotte's Universe for 2022. We're so glad that you had a nice holiday, but now it's time to get to work. Today I'm going to show you how to make a dry wreath. Materials needed: wire cutters, floral wire wrap, and this is a 22-inch wreath from Michaels. Okay, so what I have done is put these bunches, these are called bunches. And what I've done, I'm going to take one apart so you can see what I've done. I've taken floral arrangements that I had around the house and I've cut them apart, and because I was trying to be creative to make a wreath that's dry. So I've got some berries, I've got some little fern, and that's what I'm putting in this one right now. So I'm making these are called bunches, or whatever you want to call them. Now you could use a rubber band right here, and I just broke mine so I don't have it. So what I took is, this is called a floral wire, but it's the straight kind. So what I'm going to do is wrap it around here like so, and make it tight to create my bunch. I'm going to take my wire cutters and I'm going to cut the excess off. And we are ready. So these are called bunches. So I have small bunches. They're all going to be a little different, but the job will get done. So to get started, I'm going to take my floral wire, which is right here. It looks just like this. It's called floral wire. Floral wire. And I've taken the end of it and I have twisted it onto the wreath, in the center of the wreath, like so. Okay, to get started. You see that? I've just wired that around. Okay, we're ready to get started. And what I'm going to do is, like I said, I made these into bunches. These are the small bunches. This is the large bunch. It has a leaf on it. And you see there's just different type of things, berries or whatever. And then this is a small bunch. So we're going to start off today with a large bunch. And all we're going to do is take this wire right here, this floral wire, and wrap it around. And then you want to do this very tightly. Tight as you can. You see that? Very tight. And you just keep wrapping it and wrapping it and wrapping it until you feel it's secure. Okay, and I think that's secure enough. So what I'm going to do is take one of my small bunches right here, and I'm going to add that to it. And all we're doing is just adding it on top of each other and just keep our wire going. You see that? I wrapped it a couple times, and you see that? How that works? Okay. Now we're going to take another. I'm alternating these. Now, when you make a wreath, a dry wreath, you can make it any way you want to. A dry wreath is very, very nice wreath to have because you can use it all year round. Not only can you make this particular wreath out of dry flowers, you can make it out of real flowers, like in the fall when your magnolia trees come, your pine trees come out, and the leaves are on the ground. You can use that, and you can use those leaves. They'll dry out, and you can keep it for about to October, your November, and December. You put on your Christmas wreath. So we've wrapped this around, and you see how it's taking shape already. So now we're going to put in another, a small bunch. Okay, and all I'm doing is just adding my pieces. Now, I'm going to tell you, it's so important to have your supplies and your materials ready to go. Then your project goes fast and smooth. And you can alternate these in. I'm just not today. You can take these in and out, for this particular wreath, it's large. I want it to stay this. I want it to be this large. I want it to be in this order. Now see, With the rubber band, sometimes it's not secure, so you want to make sure that it's secure. You see I put the rubber band on here, and that's what holds it together. You want to make sure this is secure due to the fact that it's going outside. And so that when the wind hits it, it will not fall apart. Now, I'm going to stress, again, as I do in every video, how it is important to be creative. I guarantee you there will never be a wreath like this because I created this look on my own. So that's what you do. That's what I call being original. And all I'm doing is adding my bunches in here and wiring them around. Now, the reason why the wire is so bumpy is because I've used this wire before on another video. And I had, for the sake of this video, I was trying to show you how to put the bunches together. I'm adding another bunch. Like I said, this should take me about 15 minutes to do. And you see that the wreath is already taking place. I like to show you easy things, quick things that you can see the end product right away. It gives you that sense of accomplishments. I want a big wreath. Because you see I'm alternating the large wreaths, the large bunches with the small bunches. You see all I'm doing is adding it on top of the last bunch and taking my wire and wrapping it around the whole wreath itself. And you just continue this until you have completed it. And you just make sure that you keep it tight. And secure. Take another bunch. And they've got a little red rubber band on there so you can see the rubber band, but it's never going to show because you're covering it up. And it's very kind of hard to find the rubber bands nowadays, so you probably need to go on and use that floral wire that I just showed you that's straight. This is the floral wire that's straight. It works just as well. Actually, it works better because it doesn't break. We're going to put a big leaf here. And you see how I'm alternating this? It's already taking shape. It's really pretty already. And this is what the accomplishment is seeing something you created that's really pretty already. This is a pretty wreath. I would do this wreath again and again. Like I said, the next time I do it, I'm going to do one with flowers. Show you how to do floral flowers in a wreath. Now, if you really wanted to use this, like if you were having a dinner party, you could get a smaller wreath and make a centerpiece out of it. Because that's what I would do. I'm going to tell you, I love the dry. You know, I really like natural. Natural it's like God's wonder. The greenery. It's so alive, and that's what I like about it. It's just so alive, and then it's something that you can reuse. You can take apart and reuse over and over again. Now you see this wreath is going so quickly that you could probably do 10 of these a day if you really wanted to. If you were doing this as your business, you see how easy this is. You could create this look, and each wreath, make it your own. And see, this is already beautiful. I mean, I have to even say to myself that it's something that I would treasure. I'm going to put in some berries. You see I have berries in here. I'm just alternating the color bunches that I have to give it a look that I would enjoy. And if you enjoy it, then most of your friends, if you were making this for someone else, they would like it too. But I said the dry will last you all year. I'm going to have this wreath on my door And I'll probably make one for my little brother's door, but more guide things with it for him. And put it on his door. And this is how, if you were looking for business, I told you before, this is how you get it. Word of mouth, mostly. Now, we're almost finished with this wreath here. And straightening it out a little bit because I want to make sure that we get all these pieces in here. And all we're doing is just wiring it up. This is not a hard thing. This is a no-brainer. Just be creative and make it your own. I'm going to put this one in here. I've got this one piece that I want to put in here, right here. Because we're almost finished with this wreath. Now, what a beautiful wreath. If I have to say so myself, this is really pretty. And I just got one more piece to put in. And there you go. You have a wreath that is finished. My wire ran out. But for the sake of the illustration, this is a finished wreath. Can you see the wreath going all the way up and down? And thanks for watching. This is Charlotte's creation, and this is a wreath that I would put my name on it. Thanks for watching.